Happy hump day, y'all. I want to address something about marriage that I think a lot of people hate to accept or don't want to believe. But the misconception about marriage is that your partner is supposed to make you happy. That's a lie. God did not make marriage for your partner to make you happy. Marriage is not for your happiness. It's not for your happiness. Your happiness and peace and joy and strength should come from the Lord. Your partner is another human being. They can't do any more for you than they can do for themselves. So if you're getting into a marriage expecting the person you're with to make you happy, you are setting yourself up for failure. God should be number one in your life. And then I'm seeing this thing about married single mothers. Shut up. You is not a single mother. If you at home taking care of kids and your husband is out working, you got a paycheck coming from a job you don't have to go to. So what is this? No, honey. You cannot be a married single mother. Yes, you might do a lot by yourself, and what's wrong with that? I do a lot by myself. I love being by myself. I don't need my husband to go with me anywhere. I've been married since I was 19. I knew at 19 marriage was not supposed to make me happy. My joy, my strength, my peace come from the Lord, people. Don't get into a marriage expecting your spouse to make you happy. You are going to be disappointed and your marriage will fail. Look to God first. Put God first. And don't be ashamed to be by yourself. Your man doesn't have to, your wife does not have to do everything with you. And you're not alone. Jesus is with you. I'm never by myself. I'm always with the Lord. I'm always talking to the Lord. And as I mentioned before, I have to schedule time to and be very intentional about the time I spend with my husband and my children, not just my husband. I have to make time for my family and for work. Those things have to be scheduled, and it's not it doesn't just happen naturally. I have to be intentional about who and where I spend my time. And I just wish people would understand what marriage truly is. Marriage is a covenant between you, your spouse, and the Lord. And no, you're not always going to be happy in your marriage. And that's okay, because we don't know what the other person's going through. That other person don't necessarily know what we're going through. So we have to come together, communicate with each other where we're struggling. What I'm struggling with. Babe, what are you struggling with? How are you feeling? What can I do to make you more comfortable? And it should come from both ends. It should not be just the woman tending to her husband or just the husband tending to his wife. We should be tentative to each other daily. I just spoke to a young lady, and I'm like, I speak to my husband still an hour, 2 hours a day, every day. He drives, so I talk to him while he's driving. When he comes home, we talk. Sometimes not. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes we ain't talking. And that's fine. I don't need to be talking to him 24/7. I talk to the Lord 24/7. That's who I'm talking to. 99% of my time is prayer. Talking to the Lord, asking the Lord questions. What do I need to do, Lord? Who do I need to minister to? What do you got for me to do today, Lord? Not wondering what my husband's doing. If he's cheating, if he's he didn't clean when he got home. He didn't do this when he got home. Let me tell you something. If I'm working 13, 14, some people 15 hours a day, I don't want to have to come home and do nothing. I don't want to come home and do nothing. So I don't expect my husband that just worked 14 hours a day to come home and do anything. I want him to relax. It is my responsibility during the day as a housewife or whatever. I'm part-time. I work part-time and I work from the home. It's my responsibility to make sure I'm getting the rest I need so that I'm not driving myself crazy trying to do everything on my own. I do what God tell me to do. And when God tell me to take a nap, I take a nap, honey. I don't have nothing to prove to nobody. Take a nap and don't blame your husband for you doing everything. Cause you want to be a housewife. And if you don't want to be a housewife, get a job. I didn't always want to be a housewife. I wasn't always a housewife. I was a groomer for a long time. And the kids were in daycare and stuff. And I really much rather would have been at work than home with them kids. That's not easy. That's not an easy job. Home with children. I'm so blessed right now. My kids are big, so I don't have small children at home. For women who are home with small children, men and women, because we know it's men at home with kids now, it's not an easy job. Raising the children is the hardest job you will ever do. It is not to be minimized or discredited. Give people credit who are home raising the children, taking time and speaking to their children's lives. It is so powerful and so important. So on that note, I hope this is a blessing to folks. Don't get married. Don't get into a relationship expecting that person to make you happy. You will be disappointed. Let the Lord be your peace. Let the Lord be your strength, and make your own self happy. Do what you want to do. Do what you like to do. Do what you enjoy, and find out what your partner enjoys, and y'all come together and come to some kind of compromise to enjoy each other's company and do what pleases the other person. That's how you make a marriage work. Little short ministry. Blessings to everybody. And put God first, not your spouse. Do what God tell you to do. Don't worry about what your spouse is doing. Blessings.